Hey guys, Paul Ween, FallenWrestling.com. Here we are, WrestleMania week. This is huge, and this is for the SmackDown that aired April 1st, April Fools. And wow, first of all, 2 matches? Really? As the Miz would say, really? But the first match was Kofi Kingston enacted his rematch clause and defeated Wade Barrett by disqualification because... I'm sorry, what? What was that? Yes, you're absolutely right. The Core interrupted the match and ruined it. So, what a big shock there. But then Show, Kane, Santino, and Kozlov interfered, and which goes into the men's tag team match at WrestleMania between the Big Show, Kane, Santino, and Kozlov versus the Core. So, you know, it was like a kind of an infomercial for that, but whatever. We had a report from WrestleMania Access from Todd Grisham and the Bella Twins. Anyway, and you know they talked about what's going on, how the fans are enjoying it. They showed all the props they had. They had Shawn Michaels clothing, and they had the Undertaker's graveyard of the 18-0 and all these things. It was really cool. So I wish I was there, but unfortunately I'm stuck here in New Jersey. Anyway, they replayed the promos with Triple H and the Undertaker. Now this is my thing. I think he's going to do it. I think Triple H is going to beat the streak. So I don't know what you think. Go to feedback@onewrestling.com, but I think he's going to do it. That's just my opinion. Then, of course, they had a promo for the CM Punk Randy Orton match at WrestleMania. And I believe Randy Orton, although he's injured, is going to pull it off and beat CM Punk. That's personally my opinion. The Road Warriors in the Hall of Fame. How great is that? And Paul Ellering, by the way. So I'm just sad, personally, because I met them, that Hawk has to be inducted posthumously. So that breaks my heart, but good for them to be inducted. And by the way, the only tag team to hold the NWA, AWA, WCW, and WWE Tag Team Championships. Bravo. Then we had Lawler, Jerry Lawler, comment on Michael Cole and talk about how at WrestleMania he's going to shut his mouth. And I hope he does, but I also hope he closes that computer for good and there's no more general manager. Or if there is, it's a human being, not did-a-dink, did-a-dink. It's retarded. Anyway, they showed footage from the press conference that was held on Wednesday in New York at the Hard Rock Cafe, which used to be WWE New York, which I missed, by the way. And they showed Snooki and all these people. But Triple H had the best line. Can you believe it's WrestleMania 27? I mean, my mother took me to St. Thomas Aquinas High School in Brooklyn to see WrestleMania 2 on closed circuit TV because pay-per-view wasn't invented yet. I'm wearing a jersey. On the back says 21. 6 years later, here we are, WrestleMania 27. I can't believe how time flies. It's totally amazing. So I agree with Triple H. Can you believe it's WrestleMania 27? Then they showed a replay of The Undertaker confronting Triple H when Shawn Michaels, of all people, showed up. And I have to say that the three of them are my wrestlers of the week, even though they didn't wrestle. And even though it wasn't on SmackDown, it was on Raw. Because the level of respect they showed for each other is what defines this business. And I was very proud of the three of them for doing that. So even though they didn't wrestle, besides there was only 2 matches on SmackDown, they were my wrestlers of the week because they showed a level of respect we haven't seen in this business in a very, very long time. So, thumbs up to The Undertaker, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. I really mean that. The Miz, they showed on Conan O'Brien. You know, he was I love how he called Conan the Ginger Ninja. And by the way, step into my mofo. That was really cute, by the way. That was really awesome. Then Snooki, of course, they talked about. She's going to get the pin against Slay Cool. You know that. She's going to pin Michelle McCool. We all know that. Let's just get that over with and move on. They talked about Edge versus Alberto Del Rio. So the question is this really Alberto's destiny? Will he win the World Heavyweight Championship? I believe he will. But more than that, I'm curious to see if he's come out in such elaborate cars on SmackDown. What kind of car is going to come out at WrestleMania? It better be like a $1 million car, because it would, you know, to upstage everything else he's done. So that'd be cool. In the only other match, by the way, on SmackDown, we had Cody Rhodes with his mask defeat Chris Masters, and then Rey Mysterio came in, tried to pull up his pants and hit Cody Rhodes with a 6'9" with a leg brace, but Cody Rhodes, thankfully, for his sake, got out of the way, so that didn't happen. And then they had a little clip on Chris Jericho Dancing with the Stars, which of course my wife is, you know, totally watching, and it's going to kill Cheryl Burke, not literally, because she wants to take her place and dance with Chris Jericho. But he's tied for 4th place. So guys, vote for Chris Jericho on Dancing with the Stars. Let's hope he makes it. That'll be awesome. On the puns of The Miz. And then speaking of The Miz, they had a recap of The Rock, John Cena, and The Miz confrontation on Monday Night Raw. Now, it was in Chicago, which I find interesting because if you guys remember way back when the NWO came to the WWE, which was F at the time, The Rock and Hogan confronted each other in the ring, and The Rock challenged Hogan to a match at WrestleMania 18. That was in the same city, in the same building. And they called it Wrestling's Past, Hogan, versus Wrestling's Future, The Rock. Now, when I saw John Cena and The Rock in the ring, it was kind of the same thing, but this time The Rock was Wrestling's Past. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Hope you guys, you know, feel the same way, or if you don't, let me know. But in the meantime, tomorrow is WrestleMania. I can't wait. I'm all set up. I got my party hat. I'm all set to put it on. So, for more information and for constant coverage of WrestleMania, go to OneWrestling.com. This is Paul Ween, and we will see you at the matches.